Hey everybody, it's Matt here from theScore eSports, just here with Arteezy from Team Secret just after they beat IG 2-0 on the second day of the Summit 3. We're just going to ask them a couple questions just about how those games went, and I guess the first thing I wanted to start off with is how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. I didn't sleep as much as I wanted, but I'm feeling better now.
Cool. How important is sleep, like, getting a good night's sleep, I guess, but before playing a game?
Actually, I think I'm pretty unique that I can play with like no sleep. Because when I was in like high school, I know high school is nothing, but I actually didn't do any homework till like the night that it was due. So I just stayed up all night, and then I went to school after like no sleep. So I would just stay up till 7 a.m., eat breakfast, and go to school, then come back and sleep. And yeah, that was my life back then. So I'm kind of used to playing, regardless if I sleep well or not. So.
Obviously, I guess it's special training for being a Dota player.
Yeah, being a Dota player makes you lazy, that's for sure. So you sleep a lot.
Exactly. I guess just talking about those games anyway, you guys defeated IG pretty handily. So I guess walk me through that. Did it feel pretty good to do that after you guys beat them, 5 games at Red Bull Battlegrounds?
Yeah, because we learned a lot from the best out of 5 at Red Bull. Because we came into Red Bull with no practice. Because we were trying to test the theory that because we practiced for a week in Turkey before Star Ladder 12, and then we lost. So then we just decided to see how it went if we didn't practice, and we just picked heroes in response to what they pick. So then honestly, it felt good because it feels like we learned a lot in the LAN, and it helped us a lot versus IG, and they were struggling to draft versus us.
I guess that's a bit of an advantage being able to just just be reactive, I guess, because it makes it harder for the other team to kind of. Does it make it does it throw off the other team a little bit?
It depends on like how you react, because sometimes being reactive is not good. Depends on who you like. If you're confident that you can play better than them, reacting is better. But if you need like some kind of handicap with the strategy or something, then I don't think reacting is the best way to play.
Just curious, who was drafting today?
Today is S4. He drafted for Red Bull as well.
Yeah, definitely. So I guess the second game was a little bit, I think it was longer than the first, or around the same time. I think this was like 25, 26 minutes. First game was around.
The first one was shorter, yeah.
Yeah, it was around 22. So something that we're noticing during this tournament, at least, is games are going absurdly fast. Yep. Why do you think that is?
Due to the nature of the patch, and also people have seen firsthand how like 5-manning works, TI4. It was like a new concept that was sort of started by Avicii Gaming. And then once people actually saw firsthand how 5-man works and they played against it, so they understand that 5-manning, especially with these new items coming in and like some sort of like tower nerfs, not that big of a tower nerf, but they just see it working out. Because now late game heroes are not very, very viable because it's easier to break the base with new items, like buffed items. It's just like when you read the patch notes, you already like feel like this might be like a 5-man patch.
I was hearing yesterday someone pretty much explained like some of the stronger heroes in this patch need to be able to win lanes early and team fight well. Is that true?
I think so. I think most of the carries and most of the core heroes need some sort of sustain and also some sort of team fight ability.
Definitely. I guess something I was curious about was what was the reasoning behind the Legion Commander pick in the second game?
They took the axe, and our plan was to just put a hero that can be sustainable against the Broodmother or against the Trialing. So we just put that hero there. It doesn't really matter what hero it is, honestly. It just needs to have some kind of presence in the lane and make someone stay there. Like we understood that they might just go aggressive, so we want a hero that the two supports can actually solo kill. Basically, without giving too much away. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. Something that I guess the casters were mentioning was that some of the later game fights were essentially 4v5 because you guys could count on Brood being like in a separate lane. Was that something that you guys like really recognized during the game?
Not really, because IG is unique in their way they play Brood, because Luo actually TPs to fights more often than any other Brood. If you compare it to, like, for example, a Bone 7 Brood, he will stay in the lane pushing buildings more than Luo. Luo would TP, like Luo would, let's say there's a chance to get racks, like 50% chance to get racks, or there's a chance to TP and help the fight, he would TP to the fight over other players. So we already feel like it'll be 4v5 for the first 10 seconds, then he'll port.
Okay, so I guess the last question I have for you, the next series is Not Today versus LGD. Obviously, LGD are a major favorite going into it. Do you have any thoughts on the match? What do you think is going to happen? Any kind of predictions?
I think Not Today understand that they're the underdogs, so they might pull out something. So, and I don't think we've seen much of LGD. So they're in the dark as well. Both teams are in the dark, so you never know who's truly favored. People expect LGD to win simply because of the player skills, but in this strategy or in this sort of metagame, I think draft matters a lot more. So we will see what happens.
Cool. I think that's all we really have for you. Any shoutouts before we just sign off on the interview?
Shout out to Team Secret and the fans.
Team Secret and the fans. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Matt Demers from theScore eSports. You guys can check out thescoreesports.com to download our app. Some live scores, news, and interviews like this one for all of the Summit 3. So thank you guys again for watching. Have a good day.